I'm so aggravated because Olandria, I like you. I do. But sis, your time is up. Unless you go in this villa and do something different, your time is up. If you go in this villa and start chasing after Taylor, I am going to be pissed. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 22. We got some things to get into. Okay, I have never been so excited for a recoupling in my whole entire life, and tonight was the night, okay? So we got some things to get into, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You guys have been showing up for me, and I love you so much. Just make sure that you are liking the video so that we can keep getting more people in here, and more people in here, and more people in here. If you've been here before and you have yet to subscribe, I feel like you playing in my face, and I don't like that. Okay, I'm about to vote you off. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Let's get into this review. So the episode opens up with Nick and Olandria, right? They just got finished making out. They want to make sure there's no evidence on their face from their kiss, right? So Olandria said that, Sierra is going to freak out, not only because, she's going to be happy when she sees her, but also at the fact that Nick and her are in a couple. I say, yeah, and she don't know that y'all kiss too, right? So she's missing her girl. She's not really comfortable in this house, and I hate that for her because you can obviously tell that she's out of her element, right? She's alone a lot, and you can tell it's weighing on her. I just feel bad for Olandria overall because they really put her in a sticky situation. But I thought that this would have been a wake-up call for her. I thought that she would open her eyes when she see how Taylor actually acts when he actually likes a girl. But it did the complete opposite. It made her want to go harder. And I'm just sitting here confused like, girl, what in the Hell? But nonetheless, they go downstairs. Nick give her his shirt because she's cold. Taylor comes up behind her to give her like a little hug from the back or whatever. They do a little handshake. And he's like, oh, we got to get you a handshake. And she was like, we don't even have a handshake. And he was like, maybe they don't like you. And she's like, maybe not. They don't like you, Olandria. You're in the wrong villa. Okay? They just don't like you. I'm sorry to tell you. And that man has done nothing to make you feel comfortable. He's only put you in even more uncomfortable situations. That's all he has done. So back at Casa, Huda is talking to JD. They're talking about the challenge, the kiss that they just had. And, she's like, I had to carry your slack. And he's like, no, you like to be dominant. And she's like, yeah, because you were slacking. You were slacking. And he's like, yeah, you just want to be dominant. She was like, then go find you somebody submissive then. How about that? Just go find you somebody submissive. I said, this is a weird ass conversation and it went left really, really fast. But I don't want to dwell on that because we got other things to talk about. So let's move on. Ace and Coco are talking and he wants to know if she's the jealous type. She said, no, I'm not really, jealous. So she asked him, are you jealous? And he's like, I'm not really jealous, but I'm very protective when I'm heavily invested. He also said that he's been let down by a lot of people, and that plays a big part in why it takes him a long time to trust people. She's also the same. She says she's not really an open book, but it takes time for her to actually open up. Ace says that he's really trying to get to know her, and every chat that they have is getting better and better and better, and he likes her. It's obvious he likes her. I'm sitting here like, I don't know what Ace is going to do because Ace is so unpredictable. And the one thing I hate about a man is unpredictableness. Is that even a word? If it's not, it is one today. So Pepe and Grayson are talking. They seem to be really cute. They seem to be vibing real well. They have a nice little kiss. At this point, I'm about to vote for Pepe and Grayson because I am over it. I am over all of these people. So now it's time for everybody to get in bed. And Huda is telling the girls how her and JD had a horrible chat. We had a horrible chat. He's just so cocky. And it took everything out of me not to tell him to shut the F up. I said, yeah, Huda, if you would have told that man to shut the F up, you would have been going home. Because they already had a talk with you about how you talk to people. So it didn't take everything out of you. You just knew better. You just knew better. Now, Ace is telling Taylor that Coco is his type on paper, but he already built something with Shelly. So this is very, very scary for him. But I'm sitting here like, you know what? If Ace feels this strongly about Coco, explore it. Explore it. That's the only thing I can say at this point because That's the only way I will really believe that y'all was not in here playing games. If you actually step up and tap into that connection. So now Taylor is sneaking kisses from Clark until Olandria walks in. That man is gone, okay? I don't know why anyone would think that that man would want Olandria. I don't even know why Olandria thinks that that one man wants her when he has showed her every chance he gets that he doesn't want her. And for some reason in her mind, she can't comprehend it. And I get it. She's a bad bitch. Bad bitches don't get turned down. I understand, girl. I understand. But that man has done nothing to make you feel comfortable in this villa. Nothing. And I hate that because you could tell that she's obviously uncomfortable. So it's the next day, right? Everybody does their breakfast situation. JD brings Amaya breakfast because now he's trying to see what's going on with that connection. Cool, great. Amaya goes to talk to Zach K because, they want to talk about their connection. And he feels away because JD is actually showing some interest in Amaya. And he's realizing that this is not going to be the easy cakewalk that he thought it was going to be, okay? But Amaya does tell him that her connection with him is a lot stronger. She's still exploring JD, but, she's really feeling Zach K. I'm so happy for my girl Maya, okay? Because although she had a rough start, she is finishing strong. And I love that for her. And that just goes to show you, don't change who you are. Either they gonna like it or they not. And it is what it is. At this point, she got 2 men. Yeah, girl, my Maya papaya. Anyway, she tells him how she likes how he's always looking after everyone. He's always checking up on everyone. And he said, it's because he was raised by a single mother. So he kind of took on that role. I like Zach K, but I do feel like he's playing a game. Okay? I don't think he's as invested in Amaya as he tries to portray. But you know what? I'm going to let him rock for right now because my girl is still in the motherfucking house. Okay? She's still in the motherfucking house. Period. Now, Olandria and Nic finally sit down to talk. They talk about their kiss. He wants to know where she's at with it. She's like, I don't want to go first. You go first. So he was like, all right, bet. Cool. He feels like, after they had that kiss, he was still thinking about Sierra. She's like, exactly. I was thinking about Taylor. So they kind of come to the agreement that this is not romantic. I knew that there wasn't a romantic connection between Olandria and Nic. It was always very, very lustful. The chemistry is lust that we are seeing. And I knew that it wasn't going to be a romantic. Do I think Nic actually finds her beautiful and attractive? Yes, absolutely. Does he want to be with her? No. Did Olandria ever want to give Nic a shot at actually being with him? Absolutely not. I'm not surprised that this did not work out, but I am happy that they got the chance to explore it. We got to see it, and now we can move on from it. Just like that, just like that. But she's telling Nic how, she hates that she has to watch Taylor have this connection with Clark because he's always all over her and she can't take it. And he's like, yeah, and I'm just thinking about what Sierra's doing, Let me tell you something, Nic. You thinking about what Sierra's doing now because Jada didn't pick you. If Jaden would have gave you the time of day, you would have been sitting here like, I'm in a pickle, okay? I don't trust Nic, just like I don't trust Taylor, and I'm getting tired of Olandria and her delusion. I am, right? So now Austin is talking to Jaden. He tells her about his open heart surgery. I'm glad that he made it out alive because he was very young when he had it. She talks about her diabetes. They talk about how many times they pass out in the year, okay? Good for them. They seem to be connecting pretty well. Austin's a chameleon. He blends in with whoever he feels is convenient for the moment. If you pick him, he will pick you. It's just that simple. It really is just that simple. Until he gets tired and then he'll talk about you behind your back. So Huda goes to talk to Chris and just talking because she realized that she don't have no connection and her and JD not going to work. All right. So she's like, so how you feeling? He's like, he's stressed out because he don't know what's going to happen when it comes to Shelly when she gets back to that villa and she sees Ace. So she's like, well, is there anybody else that you connected with? Like anybody else that you want to talk to or whatever? And he was like, you. And I said, how did I know that this was going to happen? It was just too easy to almost have Huda with no connection, right? It was just almost too easy. But y'all did point out to me that, Huda and Chris shared this real passionate kiss during a challenge. So I'm not surprised that they're about to explore this situation, okay? She said that she wanted to talk to him, but she wanted to be respectful to what Shelly and him had going on. And he lets her know, like, listen, I'm attracted to you. I like you, but Shelly at this moment is my number one. I can respect it. Game is game. Everybody got to do what they got to do. So I'm not mad at Huda for going to pull Chris for a chat because at the end of the day, everybody knows deep down inside that Shelly most likely is going to go back to Ace, right? I mean, why not go ahead and explore another connection? Now, Clark pulled Olandria for a chat because she wants to talk to her. She feels like this conversation is way overdue. She said that she really likes Taylor and she doesn't want to do herself a disservice by not exploring that connection. And Olandria is like, it's just hard watching y'all be all touchy touchy because me and him, we had more time, so we kind of like took our time and it was like a slow burn or whatever. But I understand it. I understand it because y'all have less time, so y'all have to move faster. And I'm just saying here, like, Olandria, are you missing something? Do you think that it's weird that this man has taken almost 4 weeks to get physical with you and got physical with her in 24 hours, and you think it's because they have less time? And it really baffles me that she thinks that this all has to do with time. It can't possibly be because he's actually attracted to her, because that wouldn't make sense to her in her mind, right? She's telling Clark that I'm happy that he's actually testing himself. And Clark is like, I don't like that she think that I'm a test. I don't like that. And I'm saying here like, Orlandria, what world are you living in? I really need to talk to you, sis, because it's giving hood of delusion at this point. What world are you living in that makes you think that this man is into you as much as he is into Clark? He has not made you feel comfortable. He barely talks to you in his daggone villa. He jumped over you to go greet Nick like he didn't even care that you was there. Gave you a church hug, then sat there and talked to you and told you, oh, I like her a lot. I kissed her on the first day and I really still want to explore that. And you sit here thinking it's because they had such a short period of time. Okay. Okay. The fact that the producers have "The Boy Is Mine" playing real slow in the background is taking me out, because that's exactly what it is. It's a tuggle. It's a tuggle back and forth, back and forth. Who Taylor wants, who Taylor wants. And daggone Taylor is talking to Ace, and Ace is making him feel like he the man. You the man. You got 2 girls. You should be scared, yo. You a hot commodity up in this bitch, whatever. And he like, yeah, it's hard having 2 girls. And I'm sitting here like, it's Taylor. Y'all, it's Taylor. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Y'all gotta be kidding me. This is what we doing? For real, this is what we doing? So now Taylor and Olandria sit down to talk, and she tells him about her kiss with Nick, right? And how it gave her clarity. It made her realize that, she really, really wants Taylor. And I'm just saying here like, girl, you going outside at this point. You're going outside at this point. Now I'm sitting here listening to Olandria tell Taylor what kind of connection he got with Clark. And I'm like, so you want to tell that man that he's only really physical with her because it's been a short amount of time and y'all really got to know each other and y'all really became friends and this, that, and the other. Y'all ain't nothing but friends. And at this point, I'm testing the friendship, because the man don't even make you feel comfortable in the villa. He barely talks to you. If it wasn't for Nick, you'll be sitting in the corner crying. Like, let's be for real. Every chance that man get, he's cuddling with her, talking to her, pulling her to the side, making out with her on the dock, trying to sneak kisses with her in the bed, and all types of stuff. And you're just sitting there. And that shows you a man that actually likes you? No, immediately no. Absolutely not. Right? So Vanna and TJ are talking, and it's looked like she wants him to reassure her that, he really likes her. He's like, I don't know. I can't fix my face. It's just my face. She's like, I just can't read it, but it's something I could get used to. Child, TJ is over there thinking about Iris. He like, I wonder what Iris is doing. I said, yep, Vanna, you're going home. Pack this ish up. Let's move on. So Amaya and JD are talking, and he's like, is that your natural curls? And she's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I love girls with curly hair. So she's like, oh, so you like me? Then bam, we get a text. Both villas get a text that tonight, everyone is returning to the villa, and there is a recoupling. And I am like, this is what I came for. Forget all that stuff we just talked about. This is what I came for. So baby, let's go ahead and get into it. Now listen, Amaya, I need you to calm down, okay? Calm down, girl. You have 2 connections. You should be okay. She's just crying like, it's just so much. It's just so overwhelming. I get it, but you got 2 connections. Relax, breathe in, breathe out, okay? Now, Olandria is taking pics of herself so she can give them to Taylor so she could get all up in his head. Child, delusion. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I hate this for her. I absolutely hate this for her. So now Ace is telling Taylor that he misses Shelly, but he loves Coco. That's his type. I said, wait, let me rewind that back. He loves Coco and that she's really his type? How did we get to missing Shelly and loving Coco? Hopefully he meant love like I really love her as a person type situation. But when he said that love word, it definitely had me side-eyeing and second guessing what that man's decision was going to be. I'm not even going to hold you. Elin is really sitting there trying to plead his case with Sierra and let her know how much he likes her, how he really wants to explore this. Everybody's trying to tighten up them loose ends, trying to get it together. Hood is telling Shelly, I did go talk to Chris because I wanted to explore that because me and JD, this, that, and the other. And Shelly's like, yeah, go for it, go for it. I say, and there you go right there. Hood just made the decision easy for Shelly. Just like that. I was second guessing what Shelly was going to do, but once she had that conversation with Huda, I already knew what was up. I already knew what was up. So Olandria is talking to Taylor, and she's really telling him how she's always been about him. It's always been him. She's been doing everything for him. And he's sitting there like, yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I really like both of y'all. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm sitting here getting secondhand embarrassment because, like, girl, you was a bad bitch. You was a bad bitch. You don't see it? You don't see it? Now, I was so anxious for this recoupling, and I felt like this cast is dramatic as hell. So I already knew there were going to be a lot of tears, a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, and I'm just ready to go ahead and get into it. So Ariana comes strutting into the villa, looking beautiful as ever, and she tells them that one boy left the island just like one girl left the island. And so now everybody's like, oh my God, I wonder who it is. Which boy is it? Which boy is it? And then she brings out all the boys' new couples, right? Everybody's coming out. Everybody's coming out. I'm looking at Coco. I'm looking at Shelly. Both of them in yellow dresses with a flower in their hair. I said, what? Did Ace go and clone the same girl? They're both very, very beautiful girls. It's hard not to like both of them. It really is, okay? So now Sierra is sitting there like, oh my God, I don't see Nick. I don't see Nick because now it's down to Nick and Taylor. And Taylor walks out with Clark. So now she's like, oh, Nick. And she just starts crying because she didn't think that he was going to be gone. She expected to see him with another girl, but not to be here at all. So now all the girls are stressed out. All the girls are crying. Everybody just can't say, it's just so much. And I'm like, damn, Ariana, let them girls know that their man's still here so that we can move on. Because Ariana's like, so these are our new couples. Da 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 da. And I'm sitting here like, girl, please hurry up and tell these girls because they is over here breaking down, crying. Amaya, I'm just sitting here, Sierra, like they going through it. And then Ariana finally goes, oh, and we have one new couple. And out walks Olandria and Nic. When I tell you them girls were super duper excited, they were super duper excited. They like damn near piled up on Olandria, just so happy to see her. And I kind of shed a tear because I just know like the joy that they felt inside. Nic and Sierra like ran into each other's arms and kissed immediately. Something like I expected for Taylor to do with, Olandria when he saw her after not seeing her for all that time. But yeah, he didn't care. He didn't care at all. So I'm just sitting here like, yeah, Elin, you might as well wrap this ish up, okay? The way Sierra and the way niggas over there kissing and hugging, yeah, you ain't got a chance, sir. You probably had a little bit of a chance before she found out that man was almost eliminated. But now, oh, you going home. It's a wrap for you. It's a wrap for you. So now everybody is standing on their own individual circle. So they have to write down the name of the islander that they want to be matched up with. And then that person also has to match with them in order for them to become a couple. And whoever doesn't will end up being single and vulnerable, right? So let's get into it. Austin and Jaden both picked each other, their match. I expected that. Because, like, who else was Austin going to go to? And who else was Jaden going to go to? Nobody. Now, Amaya, my girl, Maya Papaya, hey, girl, she had Zach K and JD. Both of them picked her. I said my girl went from nobody to two bodies. Get it. I'm here for it, okay? And I love that she's standing there in her pretty pink with her ponytail, face card not declining, just looking beautiful and poised as ever, okay? So she ends up picking Zach K instead of JD, and JD is now single. Now, I wasn't sure who Amaya was going to pick, but she picked Zach K, which I'm actually fine with because JD only went to talk to Amaya because him and Huda started clashing. If him and Huda would have never started clashing, he would have never gave Amaya the time of day. Let's be effing for real. Because they left my girl standing on her heart all by herself the first day. Now, Pepe and Grayson are a couple. Andrina and Brian are a couple. So TJ goes up there and he has Iris and Vanna, who both want to couple up with him. I already knew that TJ was going to pick Iris because you can tell that he wasn't feeling Vanna like that from the conversation that they had earlier. So he goes ahead and pick Iris, which leaves Vanna single and vulnerable. Now, it's up to Ace. And this is when I started getting anxiety, right? Because, like, now we hitting the big dogs. We getting down to what's really going to shake up this house for real. So, Ace stands up there, and both Shelly and Coco walked up. Now, I'm not going to hold you, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. A part of me was thinking that he was going to pick Coco. A part of me was sitting there like Ace is going to play and pick Coco because it just seems like the Ace thing to do. I was nervous, okay? Nervous out of my behind. Because, like, I like Coco, but Shelly my girl. You know what I mean? Like, Shelly's my girl. So, I didn't want her to be single. So, Ace had to choose her. And if he wouldn't have chose her, I would have been on my way down to the villa. Period. On my way down to the villa. But nonetheless, he chose Shelly as he should have. And now Coco is single. And I felt bad for her. Because I feel like I like her, and I do feel like she deserves to be in the villa for a little bit longer. Because some of the Casa boys, you know, go check on them. Go see what's going on with them. Go talk to Chris. That's what I was wanting for her. That's exactly what I was wanting for her. So, and Chris picked each other, and I knew it because Chris is playing chess. He knew that in order to stay in this house, he was going to have to pick Huda. Because there was a 50-50 chance that Shelly wasn't going to pick him. And he had more of a chance with Huda knowing that she had no connection with nobody else. And he's still in the house. Which means that him and Shelly can still kind of, you know, talk and get to know each other. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Now, so Sierra has Nick and Elon. I was not even like sitting there like, oh, she gonna pick anybody else. She picked who I thought she was gonna pick, Nick. It's just the obvious choice at this point. And so then Taylor goes up there. So when Taylor was standing up there, I'm thinking, is he going to do what's best for him? Or is he going to do what he thinks everybody thinks he should do? And this is when I realized that Taylor has a brain of his own. And he was going to stick with what he felt because he picked Clark. And I just was like, oh. I'm happy that he stood up for himself and made the best decision for himself because him and Clark are a better connection. But I felt it for my girl, Olandria, because she been fighting for that man. And he's been showing her every chance that he gets that he's not into her like that. And for some reason, she can't see it. And this, Olandria, is your wake-up call. If this does not do it for you, I don't know what else it's going to take for you to realize that that man don't want you. So now Olandria is single and vulnerable. So all the girls are pissed. Amaya, are you serious? Tay, are you serious? Huda, what the F? Like, oh my God, the girls are pissed. Huda's like, he's so easy. And I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta chill out. Y'all gotta chill out. Y'all gotta let everybody do the process the way they want to do the process. I know it hurt y'all, but if the man don't want her, I'd rather him not pick her than pick her and just not want her and have her feeling insecure in the house. It's a bigger picture. But the girls are upset. I get it. I definitely get it. Olandria said that she's disappointed, but she's not surprised. Really? You're not surprised? So you do know that he had a better connection with her. So you thought that y'all friendship was going to carry y'all to the end. Is that what you're telling me? Child. Listen. 9 couples and 6 singles. The main villa would save a girl. The Casa villa would save a boy. I love this because for once we can have an honest vote. There is no rigging it like, to go the way Ace wants it to go the way this person wants it to go, because there are so many different people whose hands are in the pot now. And I love that because it gives us a chance to have a fair vote, which is why they had to bring in all these people to begin with, because they effed up the last vote so freaking bad. Okay? So I can already tell that the main villa was torn between Olandria and Coco. Now, I didn't know who they was going to save. And damn near Taylor is basically begging them, like, don't bring her back. She gonna keep trying to get me. I was like, come on, I need those girls to stand up for Coco. Stand up for Coco. Fight them. Fight them. Don't make this an easy decision. So we get up there and the Casa Villa decides to save Elin. Cool. And then the main villa decides to save Olandria. I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed. I like Olandria. And I hate to say this, but her time is up. Her time is up. She didn't give the guys in Casa a chance. Not at all. Okay, this is why she got eliminated from there. Then she went over there with Taylor and she couldn't even understand that the man's not really feeling her like that. She just wants to go harder. She explored a connection with Nick and nothing came out of that as well. What else does she got going on? It's the same guys in rotation. And I feel like if y'all let her back in this villa, she is going to continue to chase after Taylor. And at this point, I don't want it. I don't care if they meet back up and he realized that she is the sunshine of his life. I don't want it. He played in her face way too much. There's no way I'll be able to take him serious when it comes to her at any point during Love Island. And I know that the girls are ecstatic that she's there, but y'all are doing your girl a disservice. She's going to continue to be rejected and she's going to continue to reject others. What is the purpose? At least Coco would be open to meeting the other guys, talking to the other guys, even probably still exploring that connection with Ace. But y'all picked Olandria because y'all like her. That's all it is. You want her to continue finding love with who? Is she going to try? Is she going to give them a chance? Like, I'm sorry, Olandria, I like you, girl, but you had way too many chances and you've done nothing with them. Nothing. And if you go in this house and you start chasing after Taylor, I will vote you out. I'm sorry you got to be that way, but I will vote you out. Y'all, that was Love Island. That was Love Island. We need this break. We gonna talk on Sunday and see what's going down because it's too many people in this villa. Meaning we got some eliminations to get through. A whole lot of eliminations to get through. But not before, movie night and stuff because now we got some material from Casa that we can play back to all the Islanders. Like Olandria can actually hear Taylor say how he has a better connection with Clark in 24 hours than he has with Olandria overall. Or how we can hear Ace say how he loved Coco. There's some things that we can really get into now that we have all these people in the house and I'm ready for it. I really am so ready for it. Anyway, y'all, I really hope y'all enjoyed this review. Make sure that you guys are liking the video. Get active in the comments because I like to talk to y'all back. Let me know what y'all thinking. How do y'all feel about Olandria still being in the villa? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I really, really appreciate you all. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys on Sunday. Peace.